Hello everyone and welcome back to round 6 of the F1 24 Williams Road to Glory. Yes, we're back this weekend here for the Miami Grand Prix. 76 laps ahead of us around the Miami Hard Rock Stadium circuit. It's going to be a tough one, but if you missed out on the video that went live a few weeks ago from Shanghai, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. We actually had a really good race weekend in China there. Verstappen still leads the way, 42 points clear of Carlos Sainz in P2. Perez still in third ahead of Alonso and Lando Norris. We're in a Mercedes sandwich. We're ahead of George Russell, who of course left the Williams team a couple of years ago. Albon is still yet to score a point, which is a bit of a disappointment. But luckily, yeah, thanks to our big haul, we are up into 6th place overall as well. We're looking pretty safe in the Constructors' Championship right now. Of course, if you're new and you aren't already, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed. We're trying to hit 5k subs here on the channel. But yeah, let's do this thing. Again, the sprint might be a case of learning how bad the car is in terms of tyre temperature, because obviously we haven't really got much data on that yet. I'm hoping I've set the fronts high enough, because I know in Season 1 on this game, the tyre pressures are notorious. We're probably going to bottle it. You're absolutely right. There will likely be a bottle coming pretty soon. It looks like a load of people have bottled it by going out there behind one of the Saubers. That was not a wise choice. He's actually mad as well how much curb you got to take through turn 1 and turn 2. And then we've got to save the rest of it for the back straight. Although we're still melting through it. I've used a lot of battery in the first half of the lap. I'll remember that when I move to softs. That corner as well is so bad for traction. Sometimes the back end will just try and snap out on you. Good line through the chicane though. Hop, skip and a jump. We are... How are we a second quicker than Hulkenberg? How good is this car at the moment? But this could actually end up being a pretty tasty first lap time. Ow! Damn it, I forgot sim damage. Come on, up towards the line. Lando Norris, P16. We go 12. That's not bad going. Sainz in 14th. What on earth's happened? Qualifying for the sprint, I don't know whether it will be too important if it is changeable conditions, but I want to try and get a good representative on the board there as Magnussen shoots up into 11th. Are we going to be able to elevate ourselves further up the order? Surely we're going to be able to improve. Soft tyres. Look at that, 3/10 up already. I love it. We just got to hope the AI get out of the way. I'm not expecting them to. We will probably get screwed over at some point very soon, and it's probably going to be Stroll that does it. Come on. Stroll, at least give me a toe. No! Oh, you...
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Ah, dearie me. I mean, we just got so much more understeer. It is dirt, yeah. Admittedly then, I got onto the throttle way too early. But I'm staggered that ripped a wheel off, to be honest. Really staggered. Luckily, everybody else had finished their run, so I think we're like P15. Right, well, Mark wants another bottle of champagne, so let's see what we can do then. It's, according to that, not going to see a change to the dries at any point. So we're going to try and go in with the mindset of the intermediates have got to last us right the way through this one. But 19 laps ahead of us then in this sprint race. I'm willing to gamble it either way, whether that's making a call if the AI don't, or trying to go the other way with it. 5 red lights, though, here on the grid for the Miami Grand Prix sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go there. Fairly decent hookup in the initial launch. And I'll set up the car so immediately we've got that set of the mediums. Oh, sorry, soft tyres even ready to go. Oh, hello. Both Alpines there. No, that's Gasly, I think, or Ocon, sorry, and Hulkenberg. Trying to look down our inside at the first couple of turns. But we navigate our way through fairly clean and tidy. Looks like Albon might lose the place to Magnussen, which he will. Because you've got the V-carbs going side by side between us. Stroll trying to have a go with Alonso. Look at that by Tsunoda. He's going to send it on his teammates, set them both offline just a little bit. Alex, for some reason, gives me the room. Effectively now, we are the new Colapinto inside this game, so I'm going to drive like it. His lap 1 at Singapore, his turn 1 at Singapore was absolutely insane. Have we got any straight line speed? No, is the answer. As always, inside this game is, oh, we're almost 4 wide. Just get out of that. Get out of that as soon as we can. Sorry, Alex. I'm going to leave you to battle the V-carbs for us. Get that DNF prediction. Like I said, I, for some reason, just feel like we're going to have mechanical here. I think we did. Was it on F1 2022 or F1 2023? I think we did have a mechanical failure here. With not that many laps to go. Was trying to look around the outside of Kevin Magnussen. Not quite able to get that power down. Gonna try and cover me off, so we will say thank you very much. Down the inside at turn 1. And we are back up then into 11th place. I'll be happy that Corsair brought Fanatec. I think so, yeah. I might start putting their link in videos again and things like that. I'll be honest with you, chat. What I'm actually waiting for is for them to pay out on my affiliate link. So I've got a bit of money pending with them at the moment that's meant to be getting paid out. And I think once that gets paid out, or confirmed to be getting paid out, then I will probably start mentioning it again. George! Scared the life out of me. Luckily I saw what he was doing early enough there. You don't get it very often where the AI spin right on your nose, but George Russell, he's the real bottle job, ladies and gents. And we're up into the top 10. Sadly, though, because it's a sprint, it's not quite the points. But, of course, yeah, a lot of the AI aren't going to be able to make that switch. We are going to just remind the team. Is this a bad gamble, chat? I mean, oh no, the rears are definitely overheating now. Look at that. 97 degrees. It's definitely time. Unless you want to be dealing with very, very warm tyres. Please say someone else is going to box. Max isn't in. No one else is in. Is this a gamble? Is this the wrong call? I'll have to wait and see. Make sure I don't get done for speeding. The most conservative pit lane entry you will ever see. I've been invited to a wedding. I'm nervous. I've never been to a wedding before. Weddings are good fun. I'm going... I almost binned it whilst talking about weddings. Oh, well, that is like glass, but I don't think it's too bad. Right, come out only a second behind Gasly. Let's hope that we can get these tyres up to scrub. And we should be fairly quick. Gotta start hustling. No one's still... No one's pit. I mean, to be honest, the way I'm driving, I'm not convinced it is the right call for the AI yet, but we'll wait and see. I just want to get a big undercut. So my auntie, a few years ago, she was getting married. Now, a bit of backstory. My auntie has been married twice before. The second one, to be fair, was for like 20-odd years. So it wasn't that she gets married and then gets divorced within 6 months. Or anything like that. But she's been married twice before. Both the other times were before I was born. So obviously, my family had asked like whether we wanted to go and everything like that. Oh no! Don't be a red flag! Don't be a red flag! Come on, Sonoda, get back on with it. No! That screwed us. That's over. Sprint's over. Surely it can't force us back onto inters. No, that's fine. We're definitely doing dries. It's not time for intermediates, surely. It reckons that's 45 seconds quicker. If the AI are on intermediates, chat, we might go last to first in 1 lap. Are they? No, they're not. We're screwed. It's over. 5 red lights again. There's going to be lights out and away we go. From the back of the field. Damn it, man. And I'm not expecting us to have anywhere near as much an advantage there as I knew Gasly would try and cover me off in towards that first corner. That is so painful. Now we've got all that hard work that we did early on, we've got to do again. How am I so unlucky on this game? Seriously. How am I so unlucky? I mean, everybody's... What is Joe doing? He's just trying to bully his teammate out. Surely we can get a run on the Sauber down the back straight. Surely we can get... Oh, we got yellows. Is someone breaking down in front? Are we about to get met by, like, a slowing car? Yes, we are. Who is it? Oscar Piastri. I said it a couple of laps ago. Now it has happened. What on earth is going on? What is this? Albon's almost up inside the points. I mean, everybody is... What is this? Well, you're just sending it. Oh, come on there. Just cutting the chicane. Doing an Alonso strat. We're back to P14. I think that slow section at the end of Sector 2 is the AI's worst part in the whole game. You can genuinely make up close to a second on the AI through that single section of corners. But they are a bit OP around the rest of the lap here. So I kind of just always take it. So Ricciardo's on mediums then. For some reason both V-carbs went the other way with the strat. But Magnussen then gets around the outside. No, Albon's 9th, not in 8th, which is a shame. Problem as well is the AI are really good in the traction zones. So you have to use so much battery to even give them a run for their money. Even in a Williams, it's a bit of a missile. Not going to stop me going for it, though. Around the outside of Hulkenberg. Thank you very much. Maybe? Yes. But yeah, just deadpan. I was like, she'll have another one. I'll go to that. I'm not worried about missing this one, apparently. Which I genuinely don't remember actually saying. I'm not saying I don't believe that I said it. Because you guys know I'm an incredibly sarcastic human. How old was I? It wasn't that long ago. It must have been pre-COVID, though. So I must have been like 18, 19. But yeah. This was the third wedding. Am I human? I think so. How am I meant to know I'm human? How do I know that I'm not a very well-trained robot that's led to believe it's human? Like, do you want to know something that will freak you all out, chat? If you've never watched it before, especially, how do any of us know we're not in the Truman Show? Like, how do any of us know any of this is real? Well, this is what made me laugh, because I watched Modern Family with Matt212 last year, and I was like, she says exactly the same thing, and I had no idea. Like, it's when I look at my YouTube sub count, and this isn't meant to be like me trying to big myself up or anything, but like, I try to occasionally imagine 130,000 people, and it's just such an unbelievable number. Why have we got more yellows? Who's binned it? Is that Verstappen? Surely not, no. So, oh, what is going on? Lance Stroll's gone.
Okay, it looks like the problem's terminal. They're retiring the car.
Albon's into the points with 4 laps to go. Come on, Alex. Oh, come on. We're running out of battery. Everybody say hi. I want to try and get past Magnussen. Maybe now. Oh, that was aggressive. Magnussen moved. No, he didn't. Kind of. That might be the most aggressive move I've ever gone for, and it might be completely pointless. He's just cut that corner to have the place back. I mean, I can't blame him, but that seems a little bit unfair. Oh, yeah, we've lost time to Russell now. And I mean, if Albon loses that DRS to the cars in front, he might be defenseless to the Merc. That red flag has saved Russell today. It's down the inside of Magnussen again. We'll look. That time around, he will fully back out of it there. Aggressive, but fair. Tap Louisa, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How has he got that much speed off the corner? I mean, he's got the DRS, but... Oh, come on, George. Don't get him. Alex, defend for your life, sir. We've got our own battle going on with Mad Magnussen in the background. I mean, Magnussen might just cut the chicane like he did in real life here. I mean, look at him bounce over the curbs. Magnussen's giving it everything late on in the day. I thought Verstappen was struggling then, but that's Perez. To the surprise of no one. Russell, that was one of his last chances gone. I mean, Albon might get the McLaren here of Lando Norris and take P7. But down in towards the final couple of corners then of the Miami Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is absolutely dominated this one in a way that he did pretty similar to in real life. Can we get the run on Magnussen in towards the final corner? I'm just draining battery. Magnussen's got nothing left, surely. I mean, look at the speed. That's going to be an easy run past him. Max Verstappen, though, will win the sprint here in Miami. Are we going to be able to just get it slowed down through the final corner? Albon, it's going to be a point for Alex Albon as well. His first of the year. We love to see it. We come through for P10. Well, there we go. Verstappen takes the dub ahead of Charles Leclerc and Perez there. Red Bull, Ferrari, with Hamilton, Norris, Alonso and Albon rounding out your top 8. What's that going to do for the championship, though? Well, Verstappen's gap at the top has been further extended. I mean, that's our top 4 in the table, I believe, finishing top 4 in the race order. Maybe the Ferraris switched. We're still on 31, though, a little way further behind Lewis Hamilton, but still ahead of George Russell. And Bottas now is tied with Alex Albon for that P15. Constructors-wise, another point, though, for us certainly helps us out. Aston Martin, Red Bull even extend their gap over Ferrari. McLaren still in third ahead of Aston Martin and Mercedes. Sprint navigated. Let's get into the Grand Prix proper. Oh, back end lifted up slightly. Could have been worse, could have been better. That was nice on the exit, though. Plenty of curb, but kept it square. Purple through the middle sector. That's to be expected on this game. Use all of our battery in towards the final corner. And let's wait and see where we could end up on the board. I'm aiming for like a low 27, I reckon. Just try and keep it nice and tidy. A little bit of understeer on the way in. We always lose a bit of time through this final sector of the lap against the AI. Up over the line, though. 27-1. We go P10. Albon's P8. Alex Albon is having a glorious weekend here, and I'm all for it. the curb. I mean, everyone's improving, actually, so I think track is just getting better and better. Well, as the session goes on, a little bit of a wobble there, but we found 2/10. Right, come on, we'll try and save a little bit of battery out of the final corner. I think that could be quite handy to do. Just make sure we don't dip below 10%. We're 3/10 up, though. This could put us right with Alex. Braking at the 100-meter board. Don't lock up. Don't panic. Oh, a little bit of understeer. Come on, out of the final corner. Use that battery. Half a second up. This is going to be a decent improvement in the end. Where we are. Where are we even? Come on. P8. I'll take it. You can see, oh, Albon in P12. That's a bit of a shame. But Leclerc will storm to pole position then ahead of Verstappen. McLaren this time around lock out the second row ahead of Russell, Perez, Sainz and myself. With Alonso, Hamilton, Stroll and Albon making up the rest of your top 12. I mean, that's a very, very bunched up session in the end. What's that? 16 cars covered by less than a second. I think Mark's flirting with this chat, calling me hot in the cockpit, but you know what? We'll take it. P7 on the grid, ready for the main event, and boy oh boy, is it going to be a long one. We're going to try and go the other way with strategy. We're going to go medium, hard, medium, depending on how well the tyres last. Maybe we can extend that stint. We've done one stops in a couple of other... Or we've tried to do one stops in a couple of other Grand Prix. So we might try it again today. Full tank of fuel in the car. I don't think we're going to need that. We weren't burning through too much fuel in the sprint. So I'm going to bring that down to like 59 laps worth. But could we get a red flag? Could we get a safety car? Could we end up with a mechanical issue? Only time will tell. 5 red lights here on the grid for the Miami Grand Prix. And it's going to be lights out. Oh, and away we go there. Very slow progress off the line. But we've done okay. Leclerc will immediately give up the lead to Verstappen at turn 1. So the Dutchman back in front, just like he spent all of the sprint race yesterday. I mean, Perez and Sainz there. No! Sainz, just the tiniest bit of contact. Damn it, man.
Okay, be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
How bad is that damage going to be early on in this race? I mean, I think Leclerc's really struggling as well. I don't know if he's got damage or just can't drive, but maybe. I mean, that damage might not be too bad for us early on. As now Sainz is going to get the runner dreams on me. I will set up that front wing to get changed.
We can't sustain this level of damage.
What's Perez doing? What's Sainz doing? I mean, what I need now early on is a red flag. Maybe we'll cause one. Who knows? What on earth is going on up there? Russell and... Oh, I broke myself. Oh, that was close. Oh, we almost got a good taste of Carlos Sainz's gearbox, but we live to fight another day again. Albon's up to 9th place as well on that one, so he's done pretty well. I'll be honest, the front wing damage doesn't feel too bad. I mean, maybe it's helped by the fact that Norris and Russell and Leclerc and everybody is trying to go side by side with each other. But it doesn't feel like it's too horrendous. Ugh! Sainz, man! That scared the life out of me. I mean, I guess that's a fairly easy one for us. Up in a P5 we'll go. Surely that could be a safety car or something nice and early on in the race. Apparently not. I mean, surely we can't actually battle for a podium today. We've gapped Perez, though, which I guess is good news. Last 2 and 2 would be okay with that, I think. She knows I can't stand Sophia Flores. Oh, George! That's twice he's done that this weekend. Made a mistake right on my nose. I'm going to force him out through the final corner. Oh, yeah. Bianca Bustamante is on another level of hatred, though. And they're still trying to make her the poster girl of F1 Academy. It's as bad as them in IndyCar trying to make Santino Ferrucci. He's not even a good driver, exactly. Well, I saw, what was it? I didn't watch any of the Formula Academy. But what was it I seen that she, like, ended up an entire car length ahead of a grid slot in Singapore or something mad in one of the races on the grid. Like, how do you manage that? Right, come on, George. I think we got to start trying to make moves. I want to get to the front of this little group. Or not to the front of it, but I want to get to P3. Can we try and get a run on George this time round? Surely we can't actually get the run in. We might be able to. Tell you what, this car has got good straight line speed. We put George under pressure. He's going to swing defensive. That'll allow us to have a look around the outside. Almost contact between myself and the Merc. Our big championship rival, George Russell. And we'll just pinch him out onto the apex there. And up into P4. Oh, why is he slow? Leclerc's going to get a run on him. Why is he so slow off the corner? Is Lando Norris bottling it inside this game? I mean, Leclerc's just walked him there down the back straight. Has he got technical gremlins or something is definitely going on with that McLaren? It seems really, really... Like, this game cannot work out 100% race strategies, it feels like. Whoa, Lando! Almost looped it trying to go down the back straight. Going to try and squeeze out Leclerc. They're not going to back out of it. Ugh! I did not think Leclerc would be the one to back out there. I hedged my bets behind the Ferrari, but it was not the right choice. Right, come on. Ugh! Lando again gets no throttle down off of that corner. I think we've got to try and go for it now. Right, come on, come on, come on. Hey, 3 wide. 3 wide down the back straight with Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris. Leclerc's got the straight line speed down the outside. We're not going to try and dive bomb him. We're going to end up down the inside anyway, though. Plenty of curb. Lando loses 2 places in one go. Leclerc will back out. And up then into P2 of the Grand Prix. Verstappen already with a 10-second lead. Can't really spell a name wrong. You can, and they did. Leclerc out of nowhere. Straight back through. Here comes Norris. I mean, how much straight line speed do you want, man? To be fair, I don't think Verstappen's going to be far away from that in my F1 Manager first season. Come on, surely we can get a run on Leclerc. Even if we just bait him out to go defensive. He drove him to the side of me. He's got front wing damage. Leclerc might be in trouble. We've got to get around him now, because Lando Norris might be able to get away. Come on. Come on. Oh, he's done it again. I think that time around I kind of more turned in on him, but Leclerc in the wars. And we will claim P3, and surely now we're going to be able to open up a bit of a gap. Oh, sorry, Patchy Beard. Well, this is the thing. When I was born, colours for kids was actually a really popular thing. So people would call that, you know, like indigo or blue or things like that. So my parents genuinely considered calling me... So I was, I think, going to be called Redbeard. And my sister was going to be called Bluebeard. We would have just been pirates. And my parents, I think, genuinely ummed and ahed about that. Because they could barely come up with a name for either of us. Into the pits we'll go. Is Lando pitting? No, I don't think so. So we are still going for the 1 stop. But we're just going slightly earlier than the AI. Ooh, that was close. I think we will come out... I mean, Leclerc's now in a bit of traffic. So I'd like to be out ahead of him. But I'm not sure it's going to happen. Leclerc has been absolutely flying along. Come on, team. Quick stop. Don't need to rush with the tyres. Just get the wing on. At some point today would be great.
Off we go, back into the race. Perfect.
Not fantastic. Max might lap back markers. Yeah, that's a good point. Right, there's Leclerc.
One stop left in this strategy.
Ugh. I got a warning for crossing the line? Did not know. So Leclerc's coming out. He's on softs, though, so he's definitely going for a different strat. So Albon's not in a bad spot here. Ricciardo as well. I mean, Albon's definitely stopping again as well. But we need to try and move our way back through then nice and quickly. It's down the inside of Leclerc and maybe Alex. Much more worn out tyres is quite interesting. I'll give it that. Can we switch Ricciardo? Thank you. That was the most outlandish dive bomb I might ever do. 2 ridiculous dive bombs in 1 lap. And neither of them haunted me. That's annoying. Oh, that Alonso's come out just in front of this group. What's even more annoying is Magnussen screwing both of us over. No! Ooh, that was close. Come on then, Kevin. Just get the nose there. Try and make it awkward for him. Round the outside. There we go. I think Ericsson hit us. I know exactly who it was that hit us. We're going to try and jump both and his teammate. We've got to go in pursuit of Fernando Alonso, as long as I don't keep looking at the rears. So Alonso's definitely going to the end as well. Leclerc isn't. So we could still be in a fight for a podium. There we go. Load more cars in. Oh, what is the back end of this car doing? Lando's boxed as well, and he's 7 seconds in front. I think we were always going to be in a difficult one there, because I don't think we were really going enough quicker than the Haas before... Obviously, we pit. But yeah, we've definitely lost out a lot of time in that. When F1 teams get the OnlyFans girls. I mean, there's already been a couple. I've had a couple of rogue TikTok follows from people that have tried to, like, do that with F1. And you're like... One of them DM'd me to do a collab. I was like, what collab? Don't know how we've done fastest lap. Like, what collab on earth? Like, no. Like, I've seen, what's it, Andy Moore on TikTok, kind of, he did a collab with, I can't remember the name of the woman. I think she's from football, like, football side of things. And that, like, immediately, because he's still apparently obsessed with her or something. And obviously they haven't spoken, obviously, since she just got a bit of clout off him. What are the things you'd want to see in F1 25 My Team mode? It just needs a bit more depth and a bit more variety, I think. You know, they gotta add more features and things like that. I think money needs to have a more important factor in it. And just give us more customizable options as well. You know, custom calendars, things like that. There should be like a database editor and things. And just a bit more variety. Allow drivers to move around earlier and things like that. I think the problem is it just feels too rigid at the moment on the F1 games. It doesn't feel like enough interesting stuff can happen. Unlike F1 Manager, which feels like every driver transfer window is turned up to 11. Which people kind of love. Right, can we try and get Alonso? He's going to try and go defensive on me. Back down in towards turn 1. This is for a podium. Let's not forget, as Alonso again does a Leclerc. That time we had to avoid him though, but I will send it across his nose through turn 2. He'll try and get the elbows out with me. I will return the favour. I had to avoid him, he had to avoid me. All is fair in love and war. And Williams are back into P3. It would, yeah, it's other things as well, like more tracks, things like that, which of course they can only do so much with the licensing. But if you can keep Portugal in the game after all these years, why can't we get a few other tracks as well? That would be cool. I think what I'd like to see him as well do at some point is, I can't remember which MotoGP game it was, but they managed to get like an entire, I think it was like 2007 or something. They managed to get like an entire retro season in the game. That would be so cool. If we could do like F1 2010 or something like that. Or like the lost F1 2009 game. I'm just surprised we can't have Lucas Weber in the car anymore. It's little things like that that, you know, they were kind of a bit novelty, but at least they gave that game a little bit more to talk about. You know, it was a good idea in theory. I don't even think you can just blame EA for it, because it's still mainly the coders team that deal with most of it. Like, we can talk about the handling and things like that have been a bit altered, and obviously some of the transaction-ification that EA want to implement as well, but you know, at the end of the day, there's only so much kind of that they can be blamed for. There are loads of good ideas of what could be added to make the games better as well. Like, I'm hoping that obviously, because like we had, you know, the new revamped driver career mode in F1 2016, 17, 18, 19, and then My Team came along for F1 2020. Obviously, we've had that now for 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm hoping that's going to mean for F1 2025 we get a big shake-up again. Because I think, ultimately, if it doesn't, it might genuinely mark the end of kind of like a mini golden era for the franchise. I think, obviously, some of that as well will depend on IRL Formula 1, but if they can't bring something new and exciting to the table for F1 25, then I think they are in big trouble. We kind of got the run there, so I had to go for it. We'll squeeze Alonso out on the exit of the corner again, but F1 World is so bad. And what annoys me with that still, I know I've said it before in videos, I remember when we went to a preview event, like I think it was 2 months before F1 22 came out, and they spent like 75% talking about F1 World, and we were all there kind of going, right, great. Sorry, we meant to care, kind of thing. You were just kind of going, who cares? No one is going to be interested in this. It's so grindy and bad. And we were all just there going, people play career mode. Make career mode better, or make league racing better. Fix online. Fix the bugs and the glitches. But no, you spent all your time developing a terrible system that no one's going to want to play. Because, of course, if you buy the game late, then anyone that's playing F1 World is going to have a maxed out car. So this is going to be no fun whatsoever.
We're approaching the pit window.
It was such a stupid idea. And, like, if you get it wrong once, and then kind of can it, but the fact that kind of it's still so embedded in the game is terrible. And the fact that obviously they've been stripping away other features as well, and trying to wrap them into F1 World, and you're kind of just there going, no one's playing it, that's not going to change. Like, just get over it. It was a terrible idea, and pretty terribly executed as well. What would you want to see added to my team? It's a bit of a difficult one to really kind of say with any certainty, but like we said, a bit of a database editor, the ability to kind of shake things up a bit more. Cash needs to definitely have more emphasis, and there needs to be kind of more, you know, a bit more randomness to it as well. You know, say you get to the end of a season, and, like, you've saved a load of upgrades. What happens if suddenly, like, a load of them fail or something like that? Just something to mix it up a bit more. You know, and I think they've taken a good step with the kind of randomize, you know, the token options that you can do in this year's game. That has made career mode a bit better in that regard, but it's not a fix-all. Oh, we've got yellows. We've got yellows. Someone's breaking down. Who is that breaking down? I believe it's an Alpine. Could that be a safety car? Could that be a red flag? Pierre Gasly out of the Grand Prix. I mean, that's in a pretty difficult part of the track, but I don't think we're going to get anything for it, which is a bit of a shame. Lando streams it live from the cockpit. I reckon we're not that far away from things like that being possible or being done. Like, obviously it happens in other racing series. Like, that'd be a great way to kind of get more people into the sport. Is like a cockpit, like no commentary or anything, just cockpit cam. I know obviously you can on like Sky if you click the red button or something, but oh, why is Russell now suddenly flying? I'd rather you didn't. I've named him as my championship rival, and now suddenly Russell. What? What's happened? Someone's binned it. Oh my! What on earth has happened? Softs to the end, surely. 6 laps. There is a huge chance now. A huge opportunity here. Can we fight for the win? Come on. Let's do this thing. 5 red lights again. It's going to be lights out and away we go. Verstappen there, pretty slow. I mean, he's got everything to lose now. But, oh, who's that having a look? That's Perez trying to go for it down at the first corner. Can we just keep up with Verstappen and Norris off this restart lap? That's going to be the first big question. Alonso's lost out. He's opted to restart on the medium. Come on. If these two can keep battling and we can just stay a bit closer, that would be perfect. As Verstappen, again, he does not want to lose this lead late on in the afternoon. Norris, he's always want to try and capitalise on opportunity. He's always want to bottle it as well, though. As Verstappen goes clean back around the outside. Norris, though, again, has got the DRS back into turn 1. 3 laps to go with the Miami Grand Prix. And suddenly, it is anybody's to play for. We got a 2nd place in Shanghai. Can we go one better here today? Can we get Williams' first win in over a decade of competition? At least, obviously, in this alternate universe. We did get a win on F1 23, I believe. Monaco and Kota, I want to say. But I would love to get another one as well here tonight. That time around, we're inside the DRS. That's good. We've got a little bit of defense now against Sergio. Especially, yeah, if these two can continue going side by side. Which, again, look at that. Verstappen pushing Norris towards the inside wall. They bang wheels down the end of the back straight. This time around, it's Verstappen on the inside. But you can see he's having to harvest energy. Will Lando be able to keep the car there? No, just backs out of that one. Shows Verstappen respect in the way Verstappen did to him just 1 lap prior. And now we are well and truly in this battle as well. Like I said, I just want to save a little bit more battery. No way if Norris wins this. He might well do it. He's once again going to get the run. I mean, both of them have got no battery. We haven't got a lot, though. Look at that. They're both having to save. As we go down the back straight, we haven't got a lot of battery, but my plan is just to try and save just that little bit more than either of them. And hopefully we can use it right at the end of this Grand Prix. 2 laps left. He's going to get the run on me. So is, though, one of the... It's Alonso. We have to cover him off. I mean, we're definitely under more pressure from the cars behind them. We're able to apply to the 2 in front. But we cannot give up. Again, Norris inside that time round is actually the place to be for him. And he'll get back into the lead of the race once more there. But Verstappen, I mean, it could be anyone inside really your top 5. I mean, everyone is bunched up at the moment. There goes Verstappen again to the inside. But has he used too much battery to go for it? You can see again, they're both having to try and save. I want to try and get between them at this stage of the race. No! No! Oh, no, I can't believe it. Just a tiny bit of contact. And we've caused an absolute roadblock. It's too late for a safety car. 10 seconds. How is that a 10-second penalty? It's over. It's over. Any hope in this race is gone, surely. I mean, there's still actually quite a few cars having to pick themselves up. I cannot believe that. I mean, we still should hopefully come like P6. And loads of cars have had to pit, though. I don't know how many cars picked up front wing damage at the end of that one, but we have screwed ourselves. A fight for the win, gone. A podium, gone. Everything gone on the final lap of this race. The AI are slowly working their way back through. Albon clearly got front wing damage as well in that one, but I cannot believe it. On the last lap of the Miami Grand Prix, I think Norris has gone back through for the lead again. Got no idea who's going to win it out between those two. I mean, we've completely lost the car now. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe what we're seeing. Can we still beat Leclerc? Or whichever Ferrari that is? No! Not another one! 2 penalties inside the final 90 seconds of the Miami Grand Prix. I think Norris is going to take the win, though. I think Norris, they're still side by side at the front of the order. They're going to be neck and neck in towards the final corners. Verstappen's gone round him. I think Verstappen, despite all the pressure towards the end, he is still going to take the victory here in Miami. Max Verstappen back on top yet again in this series. But what looked to be the fight for the win, we're going to walk away with like P7. I cannot believe that. Like, at the very least, we deserved a podium. There's no way Perez deserves a podium from that race. He was nowhere. Dive bombed it off the restart, got into P4, and then just sat behind me. It was just that tiny bit of contact with Lando that tipped the back end of the car round. We couldn't get out of the way quick enough, and we pay the price. 7th. I mean, to be fair, it could have been worse. Well, there we go then. The end of the Miami Grand Prix, and heartbreak, disappointment, and just a day of what could have been in the end. Max Verstappen takes the win ahead of Lando Norris there. Perez in P3 makes it a double Red Bull podium ahead of Hamilton, Alonso, Leclerc, myself. Hulkenberg, Bottas gets 2 points. And Daniel Ricciardo as well, rounding out your top 10. That 13 seconds worth of penalties absolutely cost us a decent result there. Luckily, the extra 3 seconds actually didn't make a difference in the end. We would have lost to Leclerc either way, but that would have been super close towards the finish line there. Further down the order, Zhou Guan, you barely missed out as well. Who actually hasn't scored a point yet this year inside this series? I think we haven't got many left there. It's just both Alpine, Zhou and Magnussen who are yet to get a point on the board. I mean, we do pull away from Russell, who had an absolutely pointless weekend in the end there. Red Bull extend their lead at the top of the championship as well, ahead of Ferrari and McLaren there. As we do close it, and we don't really close it on Mercedes, but again, we extend the gap over Haas, VCarb and Sauber there. And Alpine, still the only team yet to score. But thank you all so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like. Get yourself subscribed. And we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns ready in Imola? I'm pretty certain it's Imola.